What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH. When the hell did Sasha start growing a baby bump so fast? Because she looked like she about halfway through the pregnancy by now. Like, did you not see that baby bump? That looked a little big to me. I was like, she just found out she was pregnant. Not that long ago, she just found out, and I'm like, damn, she that big already? I guess. Um, I'm so happy that Brando and Sasha are finally able to fully be together without worrying about Cyrus and stuff, and they can focus on the future and start focusing on this child, Gladys. Gladys is gonna be an issue. Ain't nothing changed about that woman. I am so sick and tired of people talking about Gladys like she's some local hero. Oh, she helped put Cyrus behind bars. It's the least that she could do because she created a lot of the issues. She was the one who told Cyrus about Dev. And then in turn, he turned around and blackmailed Brando with that information. Then she turned around and told Cyrus about the pregnancy and told him, oh, you're going to be a dad. She caused a lot of the misery that they were facing. A lot of the issues Brando and Sasha were recently facing was all because of her stupid behind. So I would never sit there and say, oh, thank you for helping us. And I would never thank her. It's the least she could do because she the one who put y'all in that damn situation with her stupid behind. And now she gonna sit there. She really needs therapy. She has a very unhealthy relationship with her son. She has an obsession with her son. Because when him and Sasha were talking and stuff, she was sitting there looking out her room window, staring at them. I was like, yeah, something. She's off. Like, somebody need to do something about Gladys. And then she had the nerve to sit there and tell Brando she decided that she's not gonna go back home to Bridgeport. She gonna stay in Port Charles because that's where her life is now. That's where her son is and her new grandchild, and she gonna move in with Brando and help him with the baby. I said, oh hell no. And Brando was the look on Brando's face was like, yeah, I'm not feeling that idea. Brando was pissing me off because he needs to stand up to his mother. I don't know what it is about the dudes on this show, but they seem to have an issue with speaking up to their parent. And my thing is, you can stand up for yourself without being disrespectful. You know what I mean? Like Brando was just sitting there being all quiet. I'm like, Brando, tell her no. Tell her no. She cannot move in with you. Absolutely not. If Brando does not stick up for himself and shut his mother down, she's gonna run his life for the rest of his life, and that's a shame. Brando is a grown ass man with his own life, with a baby on the way. Gladys need to go ahead and go find herself a life. Like, go get you a man, go get you a dog, go get you something, a bird. Go do what you do. Go play bingo with the old folk. Go do what you do. Like, leave your son alone. That man is grown. Damn. And you talking about moving in with him? She's just doing this so that way she could try to free Sasha out once that baby get here. Because once that child get here, that's exactly what Gladys gonna do. She gonna try to get rid of Sasha any way that she can. She gonna try to push Sasha out so that way she could be there to take care of. Mind you, notice how she never said, "Oh, I'm gonna be there to help you and Sasha with the baby." She said, "I'm gonna be there to take care of you and the baby." Take care of him and the baby. Your son is an adult, sweetie. What are you doing? He's fully capable of taking care of his own damn self. And Brando, stand up to your mother, Brando. I'm sorry, but you need to grow some balls, grow a pair, stand up to your mama. See, just put her in a home somewhere. Just say no. Say no, because I hate when these kids, and I can't even say kids, but I hate when these adult kids sit there and let their parent run roughshod over them, Michael. Um, yeah, I knew I had to throw Michael ass in there, but unlike Brando though, Michael could get tough with Carly when he needs to sometime, but it's not often that he does it. But Michael could get tough, but it's like he still be letting his mama run shit. Now I got a problem with that. Like, stop letting your mama run your life. Stop letting her run your household now. Um, Stop doing it. I'm just saying. Put your mama in her place respectfully. And yet again, moving on from that, but yet again, Finn was ready to tell the truth. Finn was ready to tell the cops, about Peter and stuff. And here go Liz. Finn, no, don't do it. Like, she keep trying to talk him out of it. I'm like, Liz, shut the hell up, because you're doing an unnecessary cover up. She doing the same shit that Carly, Jason, and Sonny did. And look what happened. The truth came out. Michael ended up going to prison for that when he shouldn't have went to prison. Had they went to the cops that night, he would have never went to Pettinville for what happened to Claudia, because that was clear self-defense. And what Finn did could be considered clear self-defense. He would never see a day in prison. But he keep listening to her. Stop listening to Elizabeth. She don't know what she talking about. Like, Finn, grow up here. Like, I don't understand what these dudes are doing. Like, you letting these women lead you by the nose. Like, grow up here, balls, and just go to the cops and tell them what you did. Because if it comes out later from somebody else, you're going to prison. Ain't no judge gonna try to hear you then. Because you want to know what the judge gonna tell them? You're a grown man. You were not forced to keep quiet, which he's not. Liz is not forcing him, blackmailing him, threatening him. She's not doing any of that. She just keeps telling him it's a bad idea. You are an able-bodied person. You could have went to the cops anytime you want. You could have called. You could have whatever and told them the truth. So when this blows up in Finn's face, a judge is not going to be sympathetic towards it, because you could have said something and you chose not to. Like, that's just plain ass stupid. That is some foolish stuff right there. So anyway, they're all trying to figure out what's wrong with Chase, because his symptoms are getting worse. That cure obviously didn't help, and Chase is fearful that he's gonna die. The problem with the cure is obvious. Finn used his own DNA because he thinks that he's that boy's father. That's why it's not working. He needs to take Gregory and Jackie's DNA. He need to take both of their DNA. I don't know why he's not figuring that out. I'm like, come on, Finn. I mean, I understand he's under the thoughts, he's under the impression that Chase is his son because of that botched DNA test that Cyrus, I'm sure, had something to do with. But for the hell of it, I would still test their DNA to see. You know what I mean? Like, think, Finn. If my DNA and I'm supposed to be his father, Jackie's his mother, and our DNA is not combating this, think about why isn't it? You got Gregory standing right there. Take his DNA. I feel bad for Chase. I really do. Being up, it's nothing worse than laying up in a hospital bed not knowing if you're going to live or die. Like, you're feeling horrible. You almost, knocking on death's door at this point, and you don't know what the hell wrong with you or if they can even fix it. Listen, I would never want to be put in that situation. So anyway, Michael was pretty much telling Willow what was going down with Jax and whatnot, because Willow told Michael she was about to tell Chase, but she got interrupted. So, he had to let her know, like, I was, blackmailed by Jax basically into letting Nina see Wiley. And that's when Carly popped up or whatever, because she overheard Jax's name and she was wondering why they were talking about Jax. Michael was going to tell Carly about Jax blackmailing him, but, Finn, of course, interrupted yet again, so he didn't get the chance to tell Carly. Because we already know, he tell Carly about it, Carly gonna handle it. We know if Michael tell Carly, she gonna get in Jax's ass. We know she will. Carly ain't gonna stand for that, especially with her sons. She ain't gonna stand for that. And we all know how Carly like to rule the roost. So she definitely not gonna stand for no Jax blackmailing her son. Hell no. So anyway, moving on from that. I love that scene though between Carly and Cyrus, because Cyrus really thinks that he's gonna get out of this mess. Talking about, his lawyer's gonna get him out, and before anything, before his lawyers could get him bail or whatever and get the charges dropped, when he do go back to Pettinville, he gonna rebuild his organization. Like, he really think that he's going to rebuild his organization. First of all, Cyrus, I'm pretty sure there's nobody powerful enough that's going to want to work with him. I'm pretty sure there's not. His name is all up in the news. I'm pretty sure his organization is dismantled. There's no way for him to rebuild it. Not without business partners, they're not. You know what I mean? Because you're going to need business partners to help you with product, funding, all of that good stuff. So who's going to want to partner with you? I wouldn't do it. Like, you done fucked everything up in Port Charles. Who in their right mind going to work with you? Not unless you intimidate somebody into working with you. There's just no way. So, of course, you know how Cyrus likes to do things. He likes to blackmail people to try to control them. So basically, he's going to Carly. Cyrus know he not getting out of this. He knows his lawyers are not going to be of no use. So, of course, he's trying to bargain with Carly to see if she can help him out by telling her, well, if she help him get the charges dropped, um, then he won't go to the feds about Dev or whatever. Because he was like, she basically told him, like, you're not going to Pentonville. You're going to be in federal custody because of other new charges that are going to be put on him. Because that boat that exploded, remember when he tried to move in on Carly's territory and stuff like that, and his boat exploded with his drugs on it? The feds traced those drugs back to one of his shell corporations. So now he's going to be facing federal charges. So he's not going to Pentonville. He's going to a maximum federal prison. So he basically telling her, well, you either help me get out of it, or her and Jocelyn are going to be up in federal prison with him because he'll snitch to the feds about Dev, because Dev was an illegal. And Carly had the last laugh on that one because she was like, bro, we ain't going to prison. Because when Diane got Gladys that immunity deal, Carly and Jocelyn also got immunity as well. As per the rest of the family who knew about Dev, they all got immunity. So Michael, everybody who knew about Dev being illegal, Sonny, everybody, they all got immunity. It was all part of Gladys's deal that Diane brokered. So ain't none of them going to prison for that. So basically, Cyrus no longer has a card to play. That was the huge gotcha right there. I was like, get it, Carly. That's what I'm talking about. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. He really tried to play that card, and she took that card right away from him just that quick. He really tried to play that shit up. Oh, I'll put y'all in federal prison with me. She said, nah. Ain't going down today, bro. She said, the only person that's going to be somebody prison hoe is going to be you, because we ain't going to jail. She said, ain't none of us about to be sitting up in cell block D with your ass. I said, I know that shit right. I was proud. I said, go ahead. I knew they had a trick up their sleeve. I had a feeling. So basically, you know, Cyrus was trying to taunt her, because that's literally the only thing Cyrus has left to do with people is taunt them. Basically trying to tell her she could never fill Sonny's shoes, and the further she gets into the organization, the worse it's going to be, because he was like, the more you get into it, you're never going to be able to get out of it. The harder it is basically to get out. So Laura went to go see Cyrus because Martin wanted to know where his mother was, and Carly was like, you know, told Martin she could basically help him find where his mom is, because Laura knew Cyrus wasn't going to tell her where Florence was. She knew that, but you know, it was worth a shot. But thanks to Carly or whatever, Martin found her. Cyrus was pissed because his mother pretty much talked shit to him over the phone and hung up in his face. I love the way Laura handles Cyrus. You know, she doesn't yell and scream at him most of the time. She doesn't raise her voice. She just simply tell him, you could have had a good life. You know, he's a smart person. He's driven. He could have did a lot of good for the world. But instead, he turned all his good qualities, he used all his good qualities for evil. And now look at you. You're alone, no family, nobody who loves you, nobody who gives a damn about you, and now you're on your way to federal prison. And he talking about something, oh, well, we'll see each other again, because he said the next time I see you, I ain't going to have nothing to lose. And I love Laura's response to it, because Laura turned around with that smile on her face. She was like, oh, okay, I'll be ready for you next time. I love that. Laura ain't show no fear. It wasn't no blood. It wasn't no Kool-Aid pumping through her heart. She ain't show no fear with him. And I loved it, because she had the last laugh when she walked out of there. Carly, Laura, they all had the last laugh. And Cyrus is the one sitting there looking dumb, because you're about to go to prison while everybody else is living their best life. But don't get it twisted, though. We have not seen the last of Cyrus, because I'm sure Cyrus going to find a way up out of that. He's smart. He's too crafty not to. He's a smart dude. He definitely going to find his way out. And I have a feeling that when he does find his way out, he probably going to come back with a vengeance, to say the least. He definitely will. So anyway, moving over to the TNO. Lenny was pretty much telling Sonny that he should hop on a plane and go surprise Nina in Port Charles or whatever. I was like, of course. I figured that's probably what's gonna happen at some point. If she stay away too long, he probably gonna pop up on her. Because Lord knows he need to, so we can get this done and over with. It's time to shut it down. Um, so Lenny apparently going through a little medical issue or whatever. I guess he got a heart condition, like his health is deteriorating right now. He got a bad heart condition. Um, because he ended up collapsing and stuff like that. So he was keeping it a secret from Phyllis because he's known about it for weeks when he went to go see his doctor, and he's been keeping it from her because he didn't want to worry her and stuff like that. But I'm like, I'm glad Sonny told him. He was like, no, you need to tell her. That's what you're in a marriage for. You know, tell your wife what's going on with you so she can, you know, be there for you and help you. And I agree. That's what you got a partner for. That's what you got a spouse for. They're there to help you through things like that, medical crises and stuff. So I'm glad, you know, he sat Phyllis down and they talked and stuff like that. And, you know, that's what your wife is there for, to help you through these trying times. So anyway, this was a pretty good episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what y'all thought about it, and I'll see y'all all later. Have a great day. Peace.